So yeah.
The recording.
Yeah. Well, we can talk. We wanna hear your voice. So thank you so much, Denise and Carlton, for agreeing to do this interview. It means a lot. So yeah, I guess starting off, like, where did you grow up? Just tell us a bit about you two.
Go ahead, you start.
Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
I moved up here to follow her.
Oh, wow.
I used to be married, got divorced. I was married 15 years.
Okay. In Los Angeles?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I now recently got a divorce. Well, she filed for divorce.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm divorced now.
Okay. And then you met in Los Angeles?
Yes. No, met in Sacramento.
Sacramento, okay.
No, I didn't meet him in Sacramento. I met him in Stockton, California.
Stockton, California.
Okay.
Because I met him through my sister's stepdaughter, and he kept asking the stepdaughter, introduce me to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we are 20 years later.
20 years later, we still hanging.
It's supposed to be a hit and run one night. For real.
Yeah.
No, but I originally grew up I'm a migrant worker because I grew up in San Antonio, in Castroville, Texas, moved to San Antonio. So in San Antonio, they brought us here to Minnesota.
Okay.
Then we became farm workers.
Oh, okay.
And my sister went to California. That's how I ended up over there with him in California.
Okay.
And then I got tired of my sister wanted me to, in the garage. You know how the garage is for attached to the house? Mm-hmm. She wanted us to pay $300-$400 for the little garage, while her husband would get up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, mechanic.
Oh.
I got tired. I said, let's pack our stuff, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I bet that would get...
because he was already tired, because he just broke up with his wife, and the apartment, and he was frustrated.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes
So he
sense.
said, yeah, let's go. He said, I'll go. I said, I'm going to Minnesota, I told him. He says, I'll follow you. He sold his car, and we...
Wow, there you go. So you moved here to be farm workers, or
no? I was here farm workers before I met him.
Oh, okay.
I was a farm worker before I met him.
Okay. What sort of stuff did you do? Is it like
beet work, sugar beets and strawberries? We used to do cherries, tomatoes, lettuce, whatever that season was. My dad used to bring us. I really didn't get to go to school until I was in 9th, 10th grade. Because they used to have us in field workers.
Okay.
Field work. That's what we did. Field work. We wanted school. My mom would teach us at home.
Okay.
So I really didn't get to go to school.
Yeah.
So that's what I was telling him. What he don't learn. I mean, what he don't know, I learn from him, and I teach him what I know.
Yeah. Sort of
basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite crop you like picking, like strawberries?
Strawberries was mine because I love that strawberry shortcake. Oh, at the end of the fields, there's these big old strawberries.
Yeah. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Carlton, what were you doing out in Los Angeles when you met her?
Mainly did security work.
Okay, cool.
A lot of security time.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that? Or?
Yeah, not really, but money's money.
It's true.
Better than sitting at home.
Yeah, something to do.
And he had his own apartment and everything. I told him we still would have been there, but since he lost his job and everything, he said there's no way, us staying at an apartment. I said, yeah, because my Social Security would have kicked in, because I wouldn't, But he says, no, he started kicking the couches, and we started living out of the car. Because they had already gave him the 30-day notice to move out, vacate.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that's
so
really
he didn't want to
stressful.
stay there and go through all this stuff, and he was already frustrated because his wife, and
yeah.
So he didn't want to deal basically with that no more. So we slept in the car. We even went to work with him.
Oh wow! Yeah.
I wasn't even supposed to go with him, and the security gates and all that would open and stuff. And I would lay in the back. He would just put the blanket like him by himself. He showed his badge and let's go.
Oh wow! Okay.
Ooh, that was rough times there.
Yeah. Wow.
And we used to live in and out of hotels. He'd bring the food from the parties, did catering, all kinds of parties and stuff. He would bring shrimp, caviar, all kinds of champagne. we didn't have to worry about food, you know.
Yeah. That's a nice thing about like a catering job.
Yeah.
Leftovers.
Yeah, they give it all to the guard.
Okay. Well, that's nice.
And then we came and he met this guy. We lived at this apartment down the street. This maintenance man, they used to live next door. This Antoine that became friends with him. That's how we ended up over here.
Okay.
We started from South St. Paul.
Okay. South St. Paul.
Yeah, but then I just got surgery, and my caddy worker says, hey, they need a lower level because my surgery. So, and the guy next door told him, hey, there's going to be an apartment available. So we came and checked it out.
Came check it out.
Okay. 8 years, going on 9 years, we're here still.
And we're still here.
There you go. Yeah, I bet it's a lot nicer than living
South
in a
St.
car or something. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was nothing over there. I mean, if you had to go to St. Paul, you had to, there's a certain time the bus will come, and you have to be at that bus stop by 7. If not, you better know somebody in St. Paul, because if not, you're sleeping on that bus stop.
Yeah, no, it's tough when it's like you don't have as much flexibility. It's kind of like you
With
gotta
no car.
be there.
And it was just one, and the only thing that was there was a gas station. No restaurants, no nothing.
Yeah, so,
Nothing. was like out in the ghetto, out in the boondocks, really.
okay. Yeah, do you remember like what streets you were on?
On Concord Street.
Concord.
1009
Concord
wasn't it? 1009 Concord Street, yeah.
North.
Okay, there you go.
Right across
Yeah.
the street, there's a bar. It's called Bug's Bar.
We stayed there 5 years, I think.
Man, they were prejudiced out there, though. I didn't like it. Because when they used to see me and him go, they really didn't want to serve us.
That's just,
I said, you know what? I didn't come for you to come look for me. I came to have a drink and have something to eat.
yeah.
Not to judge him on the colors or whatever.
Yeah.
So then we quit going there.
Yeah. Have you, has it been better in this area, or?
When we first moved over here,
It was
it was good.
Okay.
Rainbow used to be right there. We was close to shopping and everything.
Dollar store and everything.
Then they tore down Rainbow.
When they did that rain with that George Floyd, where they burnt everything down, we were here. We were in it.
Right, yeah,
We
yeah.
was living here then.
There's people selling shoes across the street, clothes, all kinds of stuff.
Okay, yeah. But it's been, you noticed sort of, since like those businesses burned down and whatnot, there's been a shift.
Yeah, there's no way to go, to the store except for Cub Food and Target. That's the only main choices we got left now.
Yeah.
And Ollie's, because we don't have no ride. We can't really walk. 'Cause remember I told you I felt that all the time.
We just shopped at Walmart too before Walmart closed.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it seems like there's not a lot of Walmarts in the city now. They're sort of all in the suburbs from what I've seen, mostly. So. Because, I know I go to Walmart because they have the...
They got good bikes. I wish I knew there was a Walmart. I go there every day. Every day I go to Walmart. They had good deals there. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And then like I said, 8 years later, we still here. Antoine left us here.
My friend died.
That lady really killed him, I want to say, because she waited 30 minutes to call the ambulance. Why would you, if you see somebody and desperate for gas and air and everything, I'd call right away. Not wait 30 minutes, go sit in the back and have a glass of wine.
yeah, no, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to take things seriously.
And they said that
That's
they
really
even
hard.
they found like a rock, like he was trying to get out the door and she looked like put like something there so he wouldn't get out.
Wow. That's really...
That's
really
cold.
rough.
That's mean.
Yeah, I bet that is something that you think about like every day, probably.
He was you didn't see this man that he would be sick and nothing. Nobody knew he had a tumor in his side right here.
Oh.
Blood clot right here. Nobody knew that.
Yeah.
And he never told nobody that.
Yeah.
Yep, he died with that. And me and him were the last ones to see him. We were out there drinking. We were gonna make barbecue. It's a Sunday. Saturday? Sunday next day. Everybody was gonna do like a community picnic, thing like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he loved barbecue. No, the next morning she came and knocked the door. She said, Antoine's gone. I thought he had left her. No, he said he died. I said, oh, God. The way she was crying, though, she faked this crying. The way she faked it so bad is like, it looked like somebody beat her. And I said, no, Antoine wouldn't beat her. He's not like that. He's a good giant, good soul person,
Yeah. Imagine that must have been. Yeah, that must have been really hard.
It was, 'cause me and him were the
So
last
out of
ones that we
blue.
talked to him, you know, and Carlton was getting out of the hospital. He, you know, if I had to go to the store, he would come over and sit with Carlton and stuff, you know, till I got back with my cousin and stuff.
Yeah, sounds
But
like
he was a good person to his good heart. I mean, he would give you a shirt off your back if he had it.
Yeah, yeah. Not a lot of people like that, but it's really great when you meet them.
Yeah. Like I told these people, don't be scared to come on and talk to the landlord. You know, if you ask for things, because like I said, a closed mouth don't get fed. You know, if you don't ask, you know, for things, you're not gonna get repaired.
Yeah,
You
my
know?
mom always says, "Squeaky wheel gets the grease."
Yeah, like I told him, I said, we used to be just like you guys. Shut up, the landlord's coming. You know, shut up the light. Let's go in the back. No, I told him we got tired of that.
Yeah, no.
You scared you gonna get put out, or scared you gonna give that letter saying you owe so much more money now.
Yeah, and just change.
He needs to go put that package in the other side.
Oh, is it the mailman?
Did he throw a package there?
I think it was just mail.
Let's go see.
Yeah, I'll check, but
No, because the package and because the people, there's this lady that lived here. We don't know who it was. We thought it was some other resident,
oh, okay.
and it's not. It was somebody else. You know, we were getting other people's mail. We were getting their driver license, and we were getting their IDs, and we just got their Visa card and stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know, we didn't know who they was. We were sending it back. You know, because we didn't know who he was. So one day we got a whole bunch of packages in front of the door. We just decided to ask the guy upstairs that moved in there, hey, yeah, that's my daughter's. Well, why does it have our address, you know? There was no package?
No.
And it says, why does it have, you know, why does it have our address? Well, meet later, we're talking right now. Carlton, we're talking right now with
I'm
that.
right here.
Okay, but we're in the recorder.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So, yeah, you were talking about how, like, you know, you used to be afraid. How's the experience, like?
We okay
How
now.
you
Now
feel?
that I know that we're ahead paying rent and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we feel good now.
Yeah.
Because look at that corner used to leak 3 years. It took 3 years for them people to fix that.
Wow.
I had like a shelf right there, but we had to tear all that down because the water just like it was raining inside.
Yeah. No. That's
I
what
have
I've heard.
pictures. I have all the pictures right there of the time that we started. Ever since we took. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to send them, but they said it's too big to send them to you.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we can maybe look and figure there's some ways to.
Yeah, because and ever since that, you know, we just, because he used to, before these, he was renting rooms here, because there used to be a door here, but I told him to take that door down. It had a key, you know, every room was it was $500 each room.
Oh, wow.
These rent rooms.
And that was like you know, where you do your throats, you have to wash yourself up in there, you know, and,
Yeah.
but we came along, rented the whole apartment.
Yeah.
When we moved in here, it was like 500, 560, 570. Now it's 900, close to 9, 9.
Yeah. It just keeps going up and.
Yeah, and every time we're late, if you pass the 3rd or the 15th, that's either $50 or $75. It just depends on the day what he feels like charging you.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah, it's like at least be consistent. Like,
Yeah, at least, you know, keep with that month, you know, $50 or $75. Which one is it going to be? Not this month you feel like doing $75, you know? He said, you're crazy. You go in there. He tells Carlton to tell me to go in the house because I'm crazy.
Yeah, that's just. Yeah, that's just.
No, I'm
weird.
just telling you our tenant's rights. That's what I'm telling him. You know, ever since Jessica hooked me up to that tenant's right book that I got down there, they don't like me.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, it's, you know, they get away with. Mistreatment for so long, and then they're like, wait.
They get used to it. They get to talking to you in the old way, you know. And when you talk to them, you know, they get mad when you start cussing at them. When they don't talk nice, then you start cussing. Then I think that's the way they understand you. But I don't like to talk like that. I'm not mean.
No, we're not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's frustrating when it's like.
You know, because you think they keep pushing you, and they think, you know, they keep like they're sticking you, you know. So I get frustrated and I tell them, no, you're not going to bully me. I told him one time. No, I said, you're not going to bully me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you actually want to sort of walk through for the people listening of sort of what happened, of like, because you all filed for rent escrow, right? And got help from Smurls, the lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one time we were behind rent.
Okay.
Till the legal aid helped us.
Mm-hmm.
And legal aid help when they went and got some money through what, the neighborhood house? Neighborhood house.
Okay.
They paid so much. We paid so much.
And then that month we defaulted because we had to go back to court. We defaulted because Carlton got hit.
by a car.
Okay.
So there was no more money coming in.
Except for my $942 that I gave.
And we were so much behind, no matter how much we paid, he still charged that late fee.
Yeah, he was using that money. He was using that rent money they were giving him. He was using it for the late fees. You know, the late.
And we still
rent.
behind, no matter how much money we gave him.
Of course.
Like, damn.
And you still owe me this, and you
still owe me $2,000. Well, what about the money we just gave you?
He said, that's back rent.
That's back rent. And he still was charging late fees.
Yeah. Oh, that's so frustrating. It's like,
Ooh.
you're trying
When are we going to get caught up?
Yeah, trying to make it up, and then he's tacking on more fees, making it harder. It's like...
Yeah, harder for us to catch up.
Yeah.
But we all caught up now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord, and thank you for the lady.
Now.
Yeah, and actually got the repairs that she needed.
Yeah, but you got to talk, because if you don't talk, like I tell these people, they're not going to hear you, and they're not going to fix your apartment.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for them to come pay my thing. Look at the plaster's still there.
Yeah. No.
See?
They tend to take their time. Well,
they said painting's not included in the thing. To me it is wear and tear, right?
Yeah, I mean,
because the guy, they didn't like me because I used to go to Antoine. He used to tell me about the wear and tear, about the apartment you're supposed to get them painted and get new shades. That's how I learned too, from his friend too.
Yeah.
You know, and they never did that. We only got this apartment painted one time. The only time that we got painted was the time when he moved in here.
Okay, so not very often.
No.
In 10 years? It's like
yeah.
Time, so yeah.
I told him I would like another color besides yellow.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like a yellow mustard. You know, like somebody threw mustard.
Does kind of look like that.
Our room's darker yellow than this.
Oh, okay. So really like.
That's what I'm saying. I want to paint it some other thing. But then you see the walls starting to paint, the things peeling, a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. I don't know how they passed this inspection yesterday. I really don't know.
Yeah, I'd be curious how they pulled that off.
Yeah.
They had a lot of
stuff to do because my back door's falling apart. I have to lift it up to lock the door.
Okay.
And I'm trying to tell the dude that we need the door back there, and he's like, be quiet, like, you know?
Yeah.
No, I need a door back there, I told him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to open in the morning.
Yeah. No, it's like, yeah. They're like, oh no, you can just,
take the hammer, bang the door back on, put that thing that goes in the door and bang it back together. No, we're not going to do that. I told him we need a new door.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? It's like he doesn't want to fix nothing. It's like they already said he's a slam landlord downtown.
Yeah. No.
My sister took him to court. My sister used to live upstairs where one of the guys live at.
Okay, yeah.
And the heater, like the accordion heater, they exploded upstairs.
Oh wow.
Because the landlord, the guy next door, he's part owner. He told my sister shut it up if it's hot up here. So my sister shut it up, and she came home. The whole living room was drenched with water because the heater exploded.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And they just had moved up there, so they had to pay for everything new bed and everything. Yeah. The furniture had just came and delivered the furniture and everything.
Yeah.
Everything. He said, I'm not paying for nothing. I'm not paying for fucking nothing. I didn't tell you to turn out nothing. I mean, just cussing at my sister.
Yeah, even though that's exactly what he told her to do.
To do, yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah, but ever since then, we've been catching up. I said, thank you, Miss Lori, if it wouldn't been for you. I think this lady, every day I wake up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it been for her in the community, we'd be on the street. I don't know where we'd be.
Yeah. So when was the first time you met her? Was it?
No, it was him, and
Him
because before
after-
he knew her before I did.
I used to wave at her all the time. She waved back.
Okay.
And I used to tell one time, not to be, I'm not prejudiced, nothing. I used to tell him, who the fuck is that white bitch you waved me to? But I know when he was Miss Lori, so I went over there and apologized, and I told him, I said, I thought my man was waving at you all the time.
I was.
A worker, I'm thinking,
Mm-hmm.
So I go over there and I apologized, said, I'm sorry, and
Yeah.
she said, okay, no, that's okay. So then I started waving her, and I said, hi, Miss Lori, hi, and I started taking her water and stuff like that, and
Sometime.
tacos and stuff that I would make,
yeah.
I'll take over there.
Yeah, it's awesome. A nice little community connection.
Yeah, that's what and then the next day I seen you guys came over,
Oh. Okay.
because she was bringing a resource for that food again.
Okay, yeah. I think she talked to Justin.
Yeah.
That's how he heard about the situation.
Yeah. And I told Miss Lori, I'm going to get this community out of this stuff here. This community is going to get cleaned up, watch. And then slowly by slowly, it's starting to get clean.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to work on them people that are out there, them young people. If there's a place, like I told Carlton, I wish I could open a soup kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
But then you can't get rid of them,
It's really hard.
I would turn my porch into a soup kitchen, give him a meal, take a shower. He says I'm crazy.
Sounds like Carlton doesn't like that.
No, he wouldn't like that idea. Because the other day, there was a young boy out there digging in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
So I made sandwiches, and me and Carlton gave him water, and I made sandwiches, gave him chips, and gave him stuff. Because they're flashback, I said, it could be my grandson, it could be anybody's son.
Yeah.
I said, are you hungry? I said, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta look out for each other.
Yes.
And I found a sweatshirt that, this dude had holes, like he's been burning himself. Said, take that off,
Yeah.
Take that off. Here's a sweatshirt, brand new. Gave it to him.
Yeah.
He said, thank you, ma'am. God bless you. I said, okay.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, we come back from getting water. There was a whole bunch of people. They was giving. I guess he was sharing his food with the people, other homeless people.
Yeah. That's very sweet of you too, and sweet of him. But yeah, it's a shame that people are even digging through the trash in the first place.
We seen that every time that we've been here. That's all we see is people digging the trash, people sleeping on the bench, people overdosing, people get shot.
Yeah.
Like I told these people, don't be scared to come out. Come and talk to these people. They're gonna help you. If I knew that these guys couldn't help me, I wouldn't, talk to them.
Yeah.
What are you scared of? Come out and talk to them. They're not gonna throw you out. The lady said, oh, well, even if we talk and put the money in the escrow, they're still gonna put you out. No, they're not. They're gonna work with you until that man fixes you stuff. Then he gets his rent, right? He cannot throw you out.
No, there's certain...
Everything that I was telling these guys in the back, Jay told them upstairs. Because Jay went upstairs and we went to owner's apartment. I told him, I said, please tell them what I'm tell them. And just what I was telling him, he told them. They cannot throw you out.
Yeah, no, and there's specific laws about if you're demanding repairs, they can't throw
They
you out
cannot
for
throw
that.
you out. Even if they put your money in escort and stuff, they're not gonna get
Escrow deal.
or whatever it is. They're not gonna throw you out. And he's not gonna get his money until you fix that apartment.
Yeah.
And what exactly words what I told them people in the back, he told them. I said, thank you, Dave, for coming and clearing this stuff. Because these people think I'm loony.
Yeah, no, well, it can be hard. If people,
I told them
aren't
there's
used
help
to
out
it.
here. There's
Yeah.
help out here. There's people that's willing to help you. There's soup kitchen. There's no need, like I said, for these people to be hungry out here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of soup kitchens. There's a lot of stuff in Minnesota these people can go see. That's why I learned quick.
Yeah.
And now I see myself that now we're doing a little bit better with him. We used to be in them lines, the food shelter. We used to be in the rent assistance stuff, but now I see that we, doing a little bit better. Now I see,
Yeah, that's great.
there's other people. I seen a lot of people, we was at the food shelter one time. I said, no, there's more people that need it than we do. So I just walked out, my my face just started crying. I said, no, I used to be one of these people that, be here, but I'm not saying I'm better than you guys no more. I used to be in this line. I went out and asked for help, looked for help, you know.
Oh, yeah. So when we get the food from the food center,
We would eat it.
We'd eat it up real quick.
Sit there, bus stop, and eat
Sit at
it.
the bus stop.
Yeah.
But now we see we doing a little bit better, you know,
we
because
got blessed a little bit,
Yeah.
you know.
and we can give back a little bit.
When we see the people out there asking money, here's $1, here's $2, here's 50 cents, 75 cents, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
because there was at one time this lady put up McDonald's gift card for Carlton to go eat. We went to McDonald's and this lady had 2 kids. The little girl said she wanted something to eat. The lady didn't have enough for everybody. I said, Carlton, you know what? Let's go home and eat. Here, I told the lady, here, buy your kids something.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I'm sure that made her day. For that little
Yeah,
girl.
you know, because I'm sure they want to eat. You know, how can I eat this burger? I went thinking home, you know, how can I eat this burger with this child?
Yeah.
No. I said, Carlton, grab that card and hand it to, yeah.
Yeah.
She said, thank you. You know?
Yeah.
Like I tell people, I don't want no money, I don't want nothing. All I want is just a thank you. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
No money, no nothing. Thank you, hi, how you doing, or something, that's it.
Yeah. Just about spreading the good.
You know? That's how I tell these people out of the building. I go upstairs and tell the people, because there's this lady barely can talk English. She said, what's going on? What's going on? I said, I don't know with the building. I see the building started, you know, going to get fixed. It's starting to get fixed.
Yeah.
And stuff.
And
The guy downstairs, there's a guy who lives down there. I guess they were fixing his house, so he had to go stay somebody else's apartment.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, because
Like,
every
that's
time
always-
his bed would come, when the bed would be wet, so were hers too upstairs.
Yeah. No, it's. Yeah.
You know?
That's. You know, super inconvenient if you like have a work schedule or something.
Yeah, she would have to stay. She would do overshifts, so that way, you know, she don't have to come home and see this. That's what she used to tell me.
Yeah. It's like you should want to come home. You know?
You have to come home, you know, and to night home, you know, and not come home to your bed soaked and your living room full of water.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so she'd be pissed every time she would come home.
Yeah, no. Well, it's ridiculous, too, because, like, when I was living in Iowa, I lived in a basement apartment, and there was a really bad rainstorm that flooded, and the landlord, like, took care of it right away, and she actually, like, did my laundry for me and stuff. So it's like, you know, these are choices you're making. It's not like your hands are tied.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for him to do the painting. You see, he put the tape, never came back. That guy died. Look at the painting did. Andrew was going to help us paint.
Oh, yeah.
We put that little tape around there. They were going to do that thing. I told you we even had plans to come and paint and everything. Look.
Yeah.
He died. I told her, I said, I wish he wouldn't have never met your lady because he'll still be alive. I guess she was just jealous because he had more friends than she did. Nobody really even liked her.
Yeah.
You know, because she came and tried to... You can't come and change this person, try to tell him what to dress, how to dress, and how to act. You can't do that. You know? Like, I couldn't tell him, hey, I don't want you to put them pants on because that's the wrong color.
Yeah, no, that's just weird.
No, that's your choice, whatever you want to wear.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that must have been a really big, like, sort of bomb in your life when that happened. Yeah.
Because this lady came along, took our friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Chocolate.
At first, they didn't want no dogs here. They didn't want no dogs, but then I bitched and bitched until they let them stay here because I found out that the lady upstairs had a big old, what is it, German Shepherd? German Shepherd upstairs.
Oh, wow, well, yeah, that's gonna...
Yes, I said if they can, and they've got, one of the guys got 2 cats up there.
Okay, yeah, well, it seems like it's a little...
So I said, well, look at him. He's not no trouble. He's not a big dog.
No, he's not. He doesn't look like trouble at all.
You know, we cleaned right after him, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
And the landlord said they're not gonna see. That's why they don't want to put no new screens upstairs because of you see how their screens are, right?
Yeah. So the cats are gonna tear him up.
You see, that's why he don't want to put them because he told the fireman he don't want to do that because it's gonna be like that again.
Yeah.
You know, they did that whole. They did that for the cat to be out.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. the screens haven't been replaced in a while before the cats were even there.
Yeah. No, my sister, they were all brand new windows and screens up there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing one of the guys did was just paint and all that up there. Paint and clean. That's all they did, because they had to move in quick.
Yeah. Well, because, I know you've talked about that, a few people, when they moved in, the apartments were, like, not cleaned at all.
No, it wasn't clean. This wasn't clean, really.
Mm-hmm.
We had to do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
We had to clean. We had to wipe it down and whatever we had to do. And I used to tell them, there's an ugly apartment. Who wants to live in that fucking apartment? I don't want to because it's yellow. Look at 8, 9 years later. Look at we're still here.
Still here.
It's
Well,
still
you've done a good job with it, I will say.
Yeah.
Made it nice and cozy.
Yeah.
It don't smell like dog or nothing.
No. I didn't smell dog at all.
Right?
Did somebody say that? You sure you got a dog in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The inspector even said, we got a dog in here. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he looks very well behaved.
Yeah, he does. Habibi. Ha choco. Ha chocolate, yeah. The only word he knows is outside.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure he loves the park and
I wish I had a big
outside. Look the way he looking around.
Like, who's taking me outside?
Outside? Yeah.
See?
Oh boy, yeah, he's excited.
He's at the door, yeah. Come on, he's telling you,
Come
come
on,
on.
let's go.
And if somebody knocks at the door, that dog will not leave your sight until you get up and go see
Yeah.
who's at the door.
Let's go.
Oh, okay, yeah.
See, so that's what I'm saying. We got to go to the line with him,
Right?
you know.
Yeah.
No outside.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. He's
Yep.
got very cute.
Ain't nobody getting up, so he think.
And see, and I told these people how did they expect to look at, because we're not supposed to have all this here, because there's a fire hazardous here, all this plug here.
Oh, okay.
But we do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta...
You got to have a fan
Nowadays-
going. You got to have, you got
There's like, you have like chargers for everything.
chargers going every different ways, yeah.
Yeah. No.
But I like this apartment though. Ever since then, I've been stuck here, and
Yeah.
we're making it home.
Yeah.
Little by little.
I'm just getting to try to get the other people to come out and talk to, come out and talk to the people. And,
Yeah.
hey, you got the same rights I do, I tell them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You got the same right I do to ask for shades, ask for the new door and that. Their door don't close upstairs, the doors will open like about that much.
Wow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's that'll let a lot of heat out too. If
Yeah.
The door doesn't close all the way.
Mm-hmm. And these windows didn't close out away all the time either.
Yeah.
We got new windows too. These ones here are new.
Yeah. So, it sounds like you have family around here, or, yeah. Do you have do you have other family around here that lives here, or in the Twin Cities?
My sister used to live down the street, but she moved to the east side.
Okay.
And then I got another sister that lives on the west side.
I don't
They
have
just
no
came
family
from
out here
California. We
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have no family
at
here.
all.
They all still all back in California,
A
or?
little bit everywhere. We
Yeah,
all
okay.
don't get along.
Oh, okay. No. Yeah.
We just don't talk.
Yeah. That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One got
Same
more than
us.
the other one.
Yeah.
Same. That's what I'm saying. We have kind of like the same situation. My family don't talk neither because we have this more. The other one has more money. You know. Who's that?
I don't. Yeah. Not sure.
Who's that, Dev?
What's going on?
Cool. That's Onagosh.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Cool.
You want to talk to him too?
I mean, if he wants to, I guess it's a little weird because it's like recorded, but I don't want to take up.
Oh
his-
no, I guess he went upstairs.
Okay. Cool. But
What happened?
Yep.
Okay.
but yeah. So I remember too. You said Carlton sold his car before he came out here. So did y'all take the bus out here?
Great on
Yes,
about
sir.
3 days.
3 days on the bus.
Okay. Yeah.
Wee, that was a long 3 days.
Yeah. How was that ride? Do you remember anything?
One of us had to sleep while the other would keep awake.
Yep.
We didn't have no suitcase. We just got a cardboard box and just put all our stuff in and let's go.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta go.
Yeah, because I told him I was tired of it. I said I put all my clothes in a box, taped it up, got me a pizza. I told him, I said, I'm going to Greyhound, I'm gone. He said, wait for me too, wait for me, I'm going too. I said, no, this is where you belong here. He said, nope, I'm going too. I bought him a ticket and let's roll.
There you go. Wow.
Yep.
That's wild.
And we rode 3 days here to Minnesota.
3 days on the bus. Whew.
Yeah.
When he got here, he just had a little windbreaker.
Oh my,
She said,
yeah.
it's cold out there. I said, it ain't cold. Shit is cold out here. When it's cold winter.
It does get pretty cold
Ooh.
out here.
I kept telling him it gets cold.
What, yeah, do you remember what month it was when you
It
got
had
here?
to be the cold month, so it started getting cold out here in November,
Okay, yeah.
October. Sometime it get really cold.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. It's time to go, I told him.
Yeah, no. I'm from further up north, so yeah, we would have snow on Halloween a few times growing up.
That storm, will you hear that storm Halloween?
No, I think that was like 97?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, they closed everything. All the buses were sliding down the hills. We were,
I missed that one.
not him, but I was.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
I heard about that one, but
Me
we
too.
didn't. Yeah, we didn't move there until like 99, so
Mm.
didn't catch that part. But yeah, it'll get crazy. So yeah, oof, the bus. I've taken the bus quite a few times, and it's you meet quite a few interesting characters.
Yeah,
yeah.
he'd go to sleep. He would go to sleep, and I watch him, and then he watched me, and we were just down to the last $50. I said, come on. So I gave money. We went to the little store. We put the thing. Yeah, we want some money.
Mhm.
We bought a whole bunch of lunch meat to finish the rest of the road.
We stopped at one of them casinos.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We was down with no money, nothing to eat. We in there played a couple slot machines and we won. Not a lot of money, enough money to keep us going.
Enough. Yeah.
You had to
No.
buy bread and lunch
Buy
meat and start
bread.
go home.
Because the bus stops at certain areas, like a rest stop, with the
Oh,
convenience stores.
Yeah. Yeah, they stop at like the gas stations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get up and you don't come, you get left.
Oh yeah, no,
We'll go.
no,
Oh,
I
yeah.
almost got left once. The bus was just taking off, and I ran up and said no.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But I made it. It was good. Yeah, no, that's really cool. So
Yep, but ever since then, we've been stuck here in Minnesota.
okay,
20 years later.
Whew.
yeah.
Yeah. It was cold.
So did you arrive at the like?
The Greyhound
Hawthorne-
model, they used to be in Minneapolis right there.
Yeah,
Minneapolis.
the Hawthorne trans. Yeah.
No, we got the Greyhound bus.
Oh, Greyhound. Okay.
The Greyhound bus, we took the Greyhound down to Minneapolis.
Okay.
From
Okay.
Stockton, California to the Minneapolis Greyhound bus station. My mom picked us up from there.
Wow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just live with family for a bit after that?
Mm-hmm. Then he got up to work. He went to the temporary jobs.
Labor
He would
ready.
go. Yeah, he would go to work when it used to be labor.
Labor ready.
They
Mm.
pay you daily or whatever.
Yeah.
He said nope. And then I picked up the newspaper. I seen his apartment down the street. He said, I'm gonna go check it out. Let's go. I was still asleep. He was already down there with the landlord.
There you
That
go.
was our first apartment.
Wow.
Down the street
766
from my
West
mom's
Minnehaha.
house.
West Minnehaha. Okay.
766.
Yep.
Okay. So it's kind of around here.
Yeah, down the street. Yep. Then my daughter moved in there with her 2 kids, and they got us kicked out of there with just a little tiny efficiency.
Oh.
We had like 6, 7 people living in a little efficiency thing.
Oh. Okay.
With me, him, my granddaughter, my daughter.
Yeah.
The landlord came and said no, and then the dog started. My mom's the other dog. It was a Chihuahua.
Okay.
Pomeranian.
Veteran, yeah. He used to come. No, with Pekingese.
Yeah, there you go.
Pekingese. He used to follow Carlton home to my house. So he ended up biting my next door neighbor. So the next door neighbor told my landlord. So the next door landlord, he ended up throwing us out.
Oh, yeah. That's rough.
So we had too much drama going on over there.
Yeah. Well, I've found the situations where like one family member moves in, and then like another moves in, and
You
then
can't get
before-
rid of them.
You
Yeah,
can't
and
get
then-
rid of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Then before you know it, it's like
Each of my
Circus.
sisters stayed with me for 3 months for free. Look at none of them gave me no rent. None of them paid. You know. I said it's okay. God bless you. You know when they moved out. One of them even called the police on me. Told them that I was hitting her. My oldest sister.
oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. That's,
So who's got bruises? Who got a hit or what?
Yeah.
And it all started over a pack of cookies.
Well,
I said you can have the whole damn pack of cookies.
yeah. If you're gonna
I said I can
be
go
like
to the
that.
store and buy me a pack of cookies.
Yeah.
All lower cookies.
What's your favorite?
She moved to California because she had her own place and everything. They had found her a place on Grand Street. I mean, beautiful apartment. She ended up letting people stay with her. The people ended up getting drugs and they started selling shit out of her house. Well, there you go, kicked out.
Yeah.
For helping people that you don't even know.
Yeah, no.
See?
And then they turn around and sell drugs out of your house. It's just like, ugh.
Or smoke drugs in your house.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that'll, well, yeah, and that can, like, attract a lot of other stuff.
A lot of
going on.
things, yeah.
Yeah. People getting in fights and stuff.
Oh yeah, let's too close. Everybody's together all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. All up in each other's space.
Every day, every day, every day, every day.
Yeah.
And you gotta walk like your eggshells. No.
No, not no more.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
In my house too, in our house, I gotta walk on eggshells. So,
And you ain't paying no rent or buying no food.
Yeah.
Too much noise. So,
Yeah. No.
And she sleep. My sister will sleep all day and then she'll be up all night.
Okay.
My oldest sister, yeah. She'll go party all day and nighttime come and she'll have the light on all night.
Yeah.
No, honey, I don't do that here. Like, people don't think that I'm out here over here partying all night.
Yeah, no. Well, because they're, yeah.
People go by and they say, what are you doing up at 1, 2, 3 in the morning? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'm back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yep, like I tell these people, don't be scared to come out and talk. Go out there and talk and tell him when you see him, talk to him. Tell him, hey, I'm going to be so much late on this much. I can give you so much and that. You know, and if not, I don't know what to tell you. Because I know I got over that hurdle.
Yeah.
Being scared of, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, be quiet. Because I used to tell him, be quiet because the landlord's here. We used to go in the back room, close the door.
Yeah.
Not no more.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not.
You ain't gonna bully me. I told him one time, you ain't gonna effing bully me no more. Why you over there in Bahamas taking and we're over here the rope leaking and everything. I told him, nope. Sorry, honey, not no more. I told him,
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah, at a certain point you just get sick of it.
That's what I told you. You gotta talk to these people. They're gonna keep that money until you fix some things. When he fixes some things, then he'll give his money. Like the lawyer told us. When Mike fixed that stuff, then they release the money to him.
Yeah.
And she's won every case that we have. She has won for us.
That's great.
Yep, right. The second case, yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you got connected to her.
Yeah, and we got connected through there because of my doctor that I used to go to. She said, that I told her we can put out and all this stuff. Lawyer got quick, and they said they would take the doctor's word before the lawyer. Yep.
Oh,
the people, the lawyer, yeah.
Wow.
So doctor told him no, she cannot move, and he cannot move because he just got hit. There's nobody to move.
Yeah.
So that's when she started connecting to Southern Legal.
Okay.
That's how we met, Jessica.
Okay.
Shut up.
So, yeah, no, I imagine, yeah, it's like, getting hit by a car is hard enough, and then...
And at first, because he liked to joke with me a lot, but I don't know. I said, what, that day he did that, he said, I just got hit by a car. No, you didn't. And all of a sudden, I just left, I had just forgot that I had surgery on my back. I left front door open, good thing he didn't get out. I left the front door open, ran down the street without no shoes, barefooted.
Yeah.
And snow was still snowing.
I got here right there.
February 2nd.
On which road?
Thomas, right here.
Thomas? Okay.
Thomas is Snellen, yeah.
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
By the church.
I just took off running and everything. These guys told me, where you going? I said, Carlton just got hit. They thought I was lying. They got in the van, went over the median in the van and went, yep, Carlton was laying on the floor.
Oof. On the ground.
Yeah, did the, was it a hit and run?
No, he stopped.
Or stopped?
He
He
stopped.
took off, then he came back.
Okay, well, yeah.
I spent like 3 weeks in the hospital.
Oof.
And then he got and told Carlton, if you get up, I'll give you $200,
$200
bro.
if I get up. With my leg turned the other
Church,
way.
yeah, his leg was twisted like that.
Like I'm not doing tricks for you right now.
No, he only lives 2 blocks from where we live right here.
Okay. Yeah.
Right up the street.
Yeah.
Brand new car and everything.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, I know people. A lot of people have concerns about Snelling and the crossroads.
Yeah, they do right there. And he's walked a lot of times there by himself. The guy tried to tell me Carlton jumped in front of the car.
Jumped in front of the car. I had the green light. I had the walk sign on.
Why? I told him, idiot, why would he jump in front of the car? He was not even drinking. He was not even to the liquor store. He had gone to the store to go get some bread, I think it was. Yeah, that day.
Yeah.
I wasn't even drinking that day.
No. Yeah.
Oh, no, your husband jumped in front of the... Why would he... And he said he didn't have no bright clothes. That Carlton had dark clothes. He couldn't see. First you said he jumped in the car. Then you're going to tell me you didn't see him.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
But he didn't see me.
Yeah, well, that's clear. Oh, God.
Which one is it, you know?
Yeah. So that happened this year, right?
This year, February 2nd, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
And they dragged him a little ways, and they moved him out of the street. They moved his phone and everything out of the street. They said he would have got hit again.
Oof, yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
People are going so fast on that road.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not safe.
And then they have a lot of people sitting there smoking meth and back in that little church thing, little cubbyhole things right there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, the other time we seen somebody shooting up and doing a... I said, oh, God, please, God, help these people.
Yeah, that's really tough stuff to see.
To see that, yeah, just... Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I noticed, like, you have a few crosses and stuff around.
Yeah, I have a lot of crosses. I'm Catholic.
Yeah,
I'm Catholic.
Yeah, Catholic? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So
Catholic,
you're,
yeah.
so
I
your
believe
faith
in that,
is-
and the Catholic and stuff in the church and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Would you say your faith is like a big part of your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, Guadalupe Church. I believe in her. The Guadalupe.
Guadalupe.
Guadalupe, the lady
yeah.
of Guadalupe, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Cool. Yeah. Were you raised Catholic?
Yeah, my
Okay.
mom raised us Catholic, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I believe in a lot of church, water. I got holy water my cousin brings me. I don't know what I do with the water.
It's over there somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Would you say that factors into a lot of like why you give back and stuff, or?
I gave back to the community because, see, I see a lot of people did a lot of stuff for us, a lot of help. I got a lot of help for the community around here.
Mm-hmm.
Every people I see that go over there, I tell them thank you. I don't know if you donate or whatever. I just tell them thank you, you know, every day.
Yeah.
And thank you guys. I told her thank you for doing right for us. You know, her, you know, with me in the street.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I didn't do it by myself. She said, the community helped you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, I mean, yeah, it sounds like there's been a few times the community stepped in with they raised that money that time, and then Justin made the GoFundMe to get your scooter back.
Scooter, yep.
So,
So that's why I said thank you a lot, you know, for him and the community, you know. Because that's what we used to get around. But we went and put it downstairs. I told Justin, we put it downstairs in the storage until we can get the rent, because the more we keep going over the thing, the macho, whatever the hell they said, the thing is breaking. So they said they're not going to fix it. It's the second time they fixed it.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
So,
So I told Carlton, let's go downstairs, have somebody help us take it down there, you know, until they put the ramp down there.
Let me get the ramp going. Make a smooth transition there.
yeah. No.
You know, if he's not willing to do it, Jason said they can come and put one there. Because all they're willing to do is just put a board right there.
Yeah.
That's what the landlord told us he was going to do, just put a big plywood board right there.
Okay. Yeah. Very,
That's not going to do right. I said, the fire marshal's going to come again, they're going to shut you down again.
yeah.
So now why not do it right?
Yeah, just do it right, and you don't
And
have
you
to
won't
worry
be
about
shut
it
down.
again. Yeah.
You know? He said, oh, be quiet, you the crazy lady. Okay. I'm not going to get shut down.
Yeah, it's like, well, okay, I warned you.
I tell them that I warned them, but they don't want to listen.
Yeah.
I don't know how this apartment passed, though. But they said it smelled clean, it looked clean, and we passed it, and they said that this is the cleanest apartment of the whole building.
Yeah, no, I mean, it looks, you keep it.
It looks homey, they said it smells like a house, and you don't even know that you have a dog in here.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I imagine, after, like, living in your car, like, couch hopping.
Yeah, we were living in the time in him.
You want to have a good space.
Yeah, to live, he had, what was it, a Honda?
Honda ES Accord.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
And I used to sit in the back, he used to drive us around.
Yeah.
Yep. And I used to sleep in the back seat, lay down there, and our clothes and everything be in the trunk. Whatever we didn't need, we donated it, we sold it.
Yeah. Just kind of getting by however you can.
Yeah. We sell recycling cans.
Bottles.
Like in California, you can take the plastics and the plastic bottles and the cans. We used to go to the parks and pick them out. Well, I did out of the garbage and sold them.
Yeah.
So we can get food and gas or whatever he did to get to work.
Yeah, no, I know. I used to turn cans in when I was living in Iowa for college. Give you like 5 cents for each can.
What's her name?
The Beatrice? Or?
No, not Beatrice. What's her name? The lady upstairs.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what her name is.
I don't know either. I call her Miss T.
Yeah.
Uno's wife. See, they're young. See, they're kind of scared too. Like I said, to come on and scare, talk.
Yeah.
Because, they're young, they're young couples. And
yeah.
I think they don't know really what's...
Yeah. A lot of people just don't know what their
resources are.
Yeah.
Because when they first moved upstairs, we were just coming from the food shelter one time down at the father's. And they said, "Where'd you guys get out there?" I said, well, "Down the street." They got in the car and took off and went and got some food too.
Yeah, no.
Because half of these people don't know. You gotta tell them.
Yeah, no. I think that's why, community is so important, because,
you can tell each other. You can tell what, this place and this place you can go to, and that place it will help you, and the other place don't.
Yeah, no. Because, it can be hard for these places to, advertise themselves and get the word out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so you've both lived here about 10 years now. Do you, are you planning to, keep living here as long as you can? Would you like to,
We plan to keep on living here.
As long as we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, this is home. Like I told Carlton, it's not a mansion, a palace, or whatever, but it's a place for us to sleep.
Yeah.
Call it home. It's comfortable for us. We can sleep, wake up every day.
Yeah.
We don't have to ask nobody to go in the refrigerator. We don't have to get nobody's key. Hey, can I come in at this time of night? No. It's ours.
Yeah.
We did this together.
Yeah, no. Well, and it's, even though there's, some rough aspects of the neighborhood,
of course.
It's still, it's a nice park nearby, and...
Yeah, it is, but, like I tell everybody, it's wrong place to put a park, because, there's all these people that are going to come and use, shoot and do all kinds of stuff. Like one time, this dude was going to get ready to shoot. I said, "No, you're not, because the baby's sitting over there playing. You're not going to do that." Yeah. I said, "If you start doing that, I'm going to call the cops right now." They started taking that stuff off and walking towards the alley.
Yeah.
And they started saying, "You fucker," something. They were telling me, Carl, to say, "Come on, girl."
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will come and participate on you and stuff, Like this lady was back there getting high. She said, underneath the blanket, she said she was smoking a cigarette. But you're like this underneath the blanket, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't.
When she came around the thing, she threw a candy bar, "Here, dog, bitch," and then she said, "Feed it to your dog."
Yeah, like a chocolate candy bar.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Very,
And I wasn't even talking to her at first when I was out there with the dog. I wasn't even bothering with her or talking to her or nothing. She's the one who turned around and told me, "Hey, I'm just smoking a cigarette."
Yeah, you're like, I wasn't asking.
I don't care what you're doing over there.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm curious, because it sounds like...
At nighttime, I'm scared to go to sleep around here.
Oh, yeah, that's...
You know?
On the first floor. too.
Yeah, because the crazy people, you know. I was telling Carlton I'm scared to sleep with the windows open sometimes.
Yeah.
But you hear when the dog, because the dog, once you
bark.
hear the noise, he'll bark and he will be at that bed till you get up and go see.
Hey, somebody's at the door. Somebody's at the door.
Get up.
At the door. Get up.
Yeah.
Get up. Get up.
And he's not going to move away from that door until you get up with him.
Yeah. No.
See, that's one good thing about him.
Yeah. Keeps you sort of like a...
Yes.
That's why I feel a little bit safe with him, you know, here a little bit, you know, because he will not leave you until you got to get up and go see what's at that door.
Yeah, make sure it's all good.
Until you make sure we're okay.
Yeah. So, so y'all came over from LA. Are there any big, like, differences you've noticed between Minnesota and LA?
There's more resources over here, more medical stuff. I got him a lot of medical stuff because he has asthma.
Okay.
In California, he has that asthma. There was no medication. There was none of that stuff till he got here.
Yeah.
I started taking him to the hospital. He started getting his asthma control. Because when I first met him, I had to go steal. I shouldn't say that. Go bar. I say bar, not steal. Borrow.
Okay.
And my granddaddy say, Grandma, when are you gonna take it back to the store?
Yeah, no, it's tough if, like...
You know, because we didn't have no money to get his asthma pill. You know that Promethazine mist. He needed that.
That's the old medicine right there.
You know, and I didn't know how to take him to the doctor. I didn't know how to do all that. And the best thing I knew to do, go. That's when they didn't have all this ringing and stuff and all that.
Yeah.
I would take my chances to go get that stuff for him, so he can breathe, because he had asthma real bad.
Yeah. Well, it's like, people have the right to breathe.
Yes, that's what I told him, and I couldn't take him because where we lived, it was way out. It was the county hospital. It was like 40, 30 miles to where we lived at to get to the hospital in Stockton.
Oh, yeah.
So my solution was to quit. He used to go to the doctor. I go in there and get it for him.
Yeah. Huh.
He didn't have no money for the copay and the medicine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I said I wouldn't. Nope. I got him here in Minnesota, and I got him all these. These for free now.
Yeah.
Well, there was a copay at first, but then they changed medical.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
to
nice.
where they get it free now.
That's good. Because, I'm sure it's like you didn't want to do that. But
No, I didn't want to do that. We didn't have nothing. No, we didn't have no food. So and we ate like that too. I would go in there and get food. I would have this big purse. I would go in and get food, and we'd cook at the park. And I would tell people, "Hey, you give me the charcoal. I'll give you a piece of meat. We trade charcoal meat and stuff together."
Yeah.
So that's how we were living.
Yeah, some classic bartering.
Yep.
You know?
There you go.
So that was our life, our story.
Yeah.
Everybody said you should write a document, but our story.
It's a pretty fascinating story, definitely.
Yeah, we're doing new
Because there used to be a one night. It should have been just a one night thing, and he was supposed to go his way, and I was supposed to go mine.
But
And look at 20
where
years
we
later.
Go.
Ran away together.
Yep, ran away with him.
Yeah.
Still with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, were you renting in LA when you were out there?
I had an apartment out there.
He had an apartment out there.
Then I lost my job. I
Oh.
was going through with my wife. And everything just fell apart real quick.
Yeah. It kind of seems to like happen all at once.
All at
when it
once. It
happens.
was over.
Yeah.
When I met him, he had girlfriend, he had wife,
Oh, yeah.
he had like 6, 7 girlfriends, he had like wife. When I first met him,
No problem. And she knew about him all.
Yeah, I told one day I picked up his phone rang. I picked it up. He said, "Go ahead, answer it." I picked it up. I said, "You know what? I bought the whole yard sale." Hung up the phone. I said, "I bought all the furniture. The furniture is mine." So I told him that's my husband also.
They're with all my veteran people.
Yeah, I got rid of all his girlfriends, his
Yep.
wife, everybody.
Yep.
Yeah. So, sounds like you were,
A player.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he took me
dating
to
all
meet
of
every
Los
single one of them.
She met a few of them.
Angeles. Okay, yeah.
And he met a couple of the guys that I dated out there too.
Then you said, we're just running away together and kind of leave it all behind.
Let's go.
Yeah, but we did. We sold the car, took out, bought a bus ticket. Here we are 20 years later.
There you go.
Yeah.
So-
Everybody says, write a document. Go to Jerry Springer. Goes, no, we're not going to do all that.
Yeah. Well,
Write a book
we've
on
had
your
enough
life.
excitement. Like, yeah, It's nice to settle
Then
down.
I got here before I met him. I was married with this Cuban guy. I was going through the same thing. He was divorced, and I was
Okay.
married to this Cuban guy. I had 2 kids with him. He took off.
Mhm.
He became a big drug dealer, selling coke and all this stuff.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't know what he was doing. I got hooked in there like in 70-something, I was. But then I got rid of him because I said, that's not a life for me. I told him, you got to go where I got to go. So that's why I took off, went to California, met him.
Okay. Yeah.
But he thought I was slow. He thought I didn't know how to learn to work the credit cards. He thought I was stupid and stuff. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm not the one for me selling drugs and being in
Yeah.
prison and going in and out of prison and stuff. Nope.
Yeah. So, so that was in Minnesota? Or,
Yeah,
'cause you're from
Minnesota,
here?
yeah.
Okay.
When the Cubans first started coming, they were like in 70-something, 73s or 70s. Something
Okay.
like that, yeah.
Okay. So you were... Okay, you grew up in Texas, though?
In Castroville, Texas.
Okay.
From Castroville, Texas, we went to Minnesota.
Okay.
Minnesota, we stayed here. And then I took off to California.
Okay.
Came back, got married, went back to California again.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go. So a lot of bouncing around.
Yep, so the second time, that's where I got him. I said, this fish is not going, he's coming home with me. Yep, I found my fish.
Settle down.
I don't need to push stuff, yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, sort of, yeah, it's a big shift, California, Minnesota.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Sure is.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess, so you're both not working right now, or what?
I get SSI.
SSI, okay.
He is working. He's my PCA worker.
No, PCA work.
Oh, PCA. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Work from home, it's a pretty cool job.
Yeah, no, well, I know a lot of people really like that program, because
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
pretty cool.
they want to support their family member, but, it's hard if you're not getting paid for it, so it's really nice,
I was on disability for a minute. Then they found out I was working.
Oh, okay.
Then they cut him off.
Everything, ran together. So they cut me off of disability. I just work for her now. I just do a PCA job.
Okay, cool. You kind of like sort of set your own hours and stuff.
Yeah, I work certain hours, 6 hours a day.
Okay, yeah. So that's nice. And I bet that was really hard when you got hit by the car then.
Oh yeah, I couldn't work no more.
Yeah.
And I told them right away because I didn't want to be in the hospital. And then they find out later. I claimed these hours.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even here.
Yeah.
So I told the job right away.
Yeah.
Because they was going to find out eventually once they got the insurance papers.
Yeah. No. It's just gonna come up.
Yeah, of course. And then I would be in trouble then. There's no, let me tell these people right away.
Yeah. Are you back on your hours?
I'm back.
Okay. That's great. That's good.
At first we were stuck because we needed to go through that whole PCA test and everything. We couldn't pass it. Finally we got through it. Otherwise he wouldn't been able to work. We'd be here without no work, only my income.
I had to go get a, I can't say real job, I had to go get a real job then.
Go out.
Go out,
Yeah.
someplace I would have to go to work every day.
Yeah.
And I passed that little test, I'm back on, work from home.
Yeah, no. I imagine that could, be hard after getting hit by a car. So
Yeah.
Go out.
Yeah. I sleep with boot on for a month.
Oof. Yeah.
Whew, that was hard sleeping.
Yeah.
I
Imagine it gets
slept
like,
right here every night.
Oof.
And I slept right there.
Okay. Yeah.
I just get up middle of the night, she would help me. I used to use a walker.
Vice versa. I was in here, he was over there.
Okay. So you sort of switched.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
And I had just got done spinal surgery.
Oof.
Now I helped her
I was just
get through
recovering.
it because she couldn't walk
Yeah.
that much, so I helped her. When she got sick, I helped her clean up and everything. I said, we're going to get through this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Sounds like
A love story, they say.
true love
We
story.
got through
Hey.
it.
Yeah.
See, true love story, yep.
Good thing she had the walker from her spinal surgery. I used it.
And the go-kart,
She had the scooter, cause I needed it then.
Okay.
and the cane, we're
And
trying to
cane.
get rid of all that.
Yeah,
Little did
and
we
it-
know we were going to need it.
Yeah, it seems like things sort of worked out.
It worked out.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to donate all that to the community and
And they
stuff.
said, no, you keep it. You might need it. And we needed
And
it.
we ended up needing it.
And we needed it.
Yeah, no. Well, it's true because people, think that like, oh, someone with like a chronic illness or something. But it's like, no, it can happen to you in like
And
a
it
second.
did.
In seconds.
And it did.
Like, yeah.
That boot was terrible. I slept with that boot on for about 3 months.
Oof. Yeah.
And then they stuck you at that little nursing home.
Oof. That's a bad place right there.
Super Bowl, they stuck him at this place, like a nursing, the Villa place.
The Villa.
Okay.
You ever
Right-
heard of that?
Right out there
Yeah.
behind McDonald's,
Okay.
Marion and all that right there. I mean, it smells so terrible. It smells like poop and piss. And as soon as
She
you
came
walk
and
in
got
there,
me right before Super Bowl Sunday, that Saturday.
if I knew, because he was trying, cried to me, come get me,
I need
yeah.
help to get out of here.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
came
If I
get
knew
me.
that night I can go get him, but it was that close, I would have got up and went and get him. But I'm not going that area in the middle of the night.
yeah. No.
Drug infested and all that in
She
there.
came and got me.
Mhm.
They called the ambulance that I was being kidnapped. No, I'm okay.
Because I went over with the cab. I went over there. I had the cab waiting for me downstairs. I went over there and told him. They said, you're not getting his medicine. You're not getting his pain pills. You're not getting nothing. I said, lady, I already got the walker. I got the cab waiting. They thought I was lying. No. I grabbed the first walker and the second floor. Let's go, Carlton.
Yeah.
Cab's there.
A rescue
I don't
mission.
play. Yeah. I don't play, I told him.
Yeah. No.
I gave all the snacks that I brought him. I gave it to the guy that was next to him.
Mhm.
And the guy begged me, can you please take me home with you too, please? He said, I don't got nobody come see me. And please, he says, they left me here. They had chopped both of his legs. He said, they left me here since what, December?
Oof.
He said, nobody had came to see him or nothing.
That's
I
so
wanted to see the
sad.
Super Bowl too. They had me on little BDS TV. I said, I go home and watch big TV.
Yeah, like, come on, let me enjoy this.
I watch
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
Like, I got a boot on my foot, making me watch it on a little
On the
tiny screen.
Little bitty TV. Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
No, I gotta go home.
need some opera glasses just
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Oh no. I gotta go home.
Hey, people are crazy over there.
Yeah,
As soon as you walked in there, you would cover your nose. You had to, man.
oof.
That's a terrible place to be.
Okay, it's the
As soon as
Villa.
I was walking in, the lady, I went to the second elevator and stuff. The ladies were over there crying, talking about, can you help me? Can you help me? I can't go. I can't pick you up because if I drop you, that's on me.
Yeah, no.
You know, I said, I'm sorry. I wish I could help you.
Yeah, no.
I said, I can ring the bell for you. And then when he would ring the bell, they would tell him, what the fuck you want?
Oof. Yeah. It's like, I'm
He said, I didn't mean to. He said, I didn't ask to be here.
yeah.
You know, this is where they stuck me here.
Yeah,
And they ended up stealing his pain meds and everything.
it's ridiculous.
They say they told us that they sent him back to the hospital. The hospital said they never received them.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so where's his pills at?
It just, yeah, I'm sure it
Disappeared, right?
just magically disappeared.
It was that oxycodone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I brought him
So,
home
yeah,
and
I can-
I left him here, and that's how he's been.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm curious too, like, sounds like y'all are like football fans. Like, what do you just like to do in your spare time? Like, what
Watch a
brings you-
game, watch movies,
Watch TV, movies.
Yeah.
Do the same routine. Eat, sleep, watch
go
TV.
walking.
We'll go out walking every now and then. Walk around the block. Just take our time to get outside. Take the dog out every now
You know,
and
because
then.
I can't walk that quick, so we take it, sit down for a little bit, and walk again.
Yeah. No, it's good to get get the sun.
Yeah.
Get out, out of here. But I'm scared. Like I told Carlton, hey, these people out here desperate. They might just grab your bag or grab whatever you got and run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared of that. I told him I'm too old for that now.
Yeah. No.
You know.
Yeah. Remember, you don't want to walk around with your wallet in your hand or anything.
I don't walk
Just-
around with nothing. When I go around the block, I don't got nothing with me.
Mhm. Yeah. No. So it's like
Just chocolate. They want to take chocolate. No,
No.
baby, they're not taking BB out.
Oh, can't take the dog.
they. Yeah. No. It's one thing they can't take. But yeah, do y'all have like favorite movies or
I like horror movies.
horror movies?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
It's
I
your
like
season.
action movies.
What movies?
Action.
Action. Okay.
And it's October too, so they're gonna be playing a lot of horror
Halloween movies. Yeah,
Halloween.
I mean,
I done seen all the Halloween, the Jasons, the Chuckies, the Michaels,
Oh yeah.
all of them, the Carries.
Okay. Yeah. It's the season for it.
Yes,
So,
October.
Halloween, yeah, all they killing, chopping.
October.
yeah.
We listen to music sometime.
Okay. Yeah.
We got the Wi-Fi going. You know, we got the Fire Stick.
Oh,
So there's
nice.
unbelievable movies on there.
Yeah, no. It's crazy what, yeah, I mean, when I was growing up, it was still VHS and stuff.
Yeah.
There was so many channels when I was coming up,
Yeah.
and we was happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't dying yet. This is for the cremation, when they cremate people.
Oh, no.
This is what it is for cremation. I don't want to talk about that yet. When the Lord says time, then it's time for me.
Yeah, no.
Not time for yet.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I know, you talked to some of your neighbors. Sounds like you know, like, Oh No Gosh and Beatrice a bit. Like, yeah, what would you say your relationship is like with your neighbors? Like, they're friendly and...
We're friendly, we talk a lot and stuff,
We
you know.
make
It's only
friendly,
certain moods when the beauty salon will get in their mood, like they'll talk to me certain times they won't. And it all depends on what day it is, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, sometimes people are in a
I
mood.
try to say hi to my neighbors all the time. I say, how you doing? And if I, if they come, they ask me for sugar or whatever. And, if I have it, I give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
stuff like this lady thought, she said, can I use the can opener? I said, no. Carl said, no, you can have it. You don't have to use it. You can have it, because we had like 3 of them.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got 4 of them in there.
They like, really? Yeah, I'm not asking you for nothing.
We're not selling it to you, we're giving it to you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's a lot of times when people would come and ask us for milk, eggs, or whatever, we give it to them. We have extra, we
Yeah,
give
we
it
have
to
it,
you.
yeah.
We're not gonna be,
Yeah. It's nice to have that community. A lot of neighbors.
if I can help you, I'm gonna help you. If I can't, I'm gonna try to help you get up and not go down like I tell people,
Because at one time we didn't have.
we didn't have all this what we don't have right now.
But look at us now. We're comfortable,
Yeah.
we're together, we're happy.
And it's the blessing for the Lord to let us wake up every morning. That's the way I see it. I take it day by day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. So
I used to go shave at McDonald's. You know?
Oh, okay.
When we
yeah.
first,
We lived in the car.
wash our butts up
Oh,
at
the
McDonald's.
wash up there.
Yeah, no.
Because when you sleep in the car,
Mm-hmm.
To go to work, he had to do what he had to do to go to work.
Yeah, you gotta find space somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, because you want to be clean and dignified.
Yeah, we go to work, yeah. Can't go to work all smelly.
Yeah, because you were working the labor ready stuff.
When I first
When he
got
first
here,
got
yeah.
here.
Okay.
When I first got here. It used to be up there on University and Lexington, I think.
When I first got it, we stayed with my mom.
Okay. Yeah. Is she still around or?
My mom died, no.
Okay.
She died.
Yeah. Was that?
My dad did die too.
Okay.
I don't even want to call my parents because we went through a whole bunch of
Mm.
stuff that we're not even supposed to be doing.
Yeah, my mom lives
To
in
kids.
Texas.
Is-
My mom lived in Pasadena, Texas.
Oh.
I haven't seen her every 30 years.
Wow. Yeah. So.
Well, I talk to her every now and then.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that happens. It kind of sounds like you have sort of a new family here,
Yeah.
neighbors and.
To me, it's a new family. I think the street's more better than my family than my own family. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah. It ends
It's
up.
better to hang out with the street than with people off the street, or the people that you meet, because they become your family and stuff to me. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's really true. Family's really like. Who
The
supports
more you try to get to them, it's the more, to me, my family don't like coming around me because they see I got him and we got each other's back, and
Yeah.
stuff. So that's why I don't get a lot of visits, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sort of maybe kind of like intimidates them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way I see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are there any other like community members around here you know and talk to, or mainly neighbors and Lori over at?
Just Lori, that's the way.
Yeah.
I call her Mama Lori.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
what I call her,
She's
Mama
great.
Lori.
Yeah.
Yep.
And-
I think her as a real mother, you know, she's a real mother figure that I see in her, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's full of love and nurturing and stuff like that.
Yeah, and just to give context for the listeners, do you want to explain a little bit what Mosaic on a Stick is?
It's like where they do murals and like a lot of Mosaic Stick does a lot of like tile square thing, pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, they did the stuff on the...
On the walls, yeah.
Yeah.
They did that,
Right.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool, yeah.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah. Do you like living somewhere that has like art on the streets?
Art stuff, yeah. It's bright and stuff instead of looking sad, a sad building that, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody says it's a nice looking building, it's beautiful and stuff, but, you know, just gotta take care of it. You just gotta give it love and nurturing.
Yeah. No.
Huh?
Yeah. Gotta take care of the buildings, otherwise they just kind of fall down. But yeah, are there any particular art pieces you like around the neighborhood, or just just nice to have?
Yeah, around here, yeah.
I know I really enjoy that about St. Paul. It's just like seeing all the different art. It's
Yeah, art's on the wall and the side and stuff.
yeah. Sometimes on like the electric boxes or something, it's like
Mm-hmm.
nice to have.
Bobby, your back hurts?
I'm good.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, it's really great. Yeah, no, it sounds like y'all have lived some very full and interesting lives.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I'd rather tell the truth than to lie, you know, because if you lie, they're gonna catch you in a lie, you know?
Yeah,
I'd rather be forward with people instead of lying to people, you know?
yeah, no,
People think I'm crazy because I tell them the truth instead of lying. If you want me to lie, I'll tell you quick, lie, you know?
yeah,
But then when you lie to them, they're going to say, hey, you know, you lied to me. You say, no, you didn't have this and you didn't have that.
yeah, no.
So,
This has been, really great. For sort of the last part of the interview, I'd like to sort of get a little deeper. So, yeah, I mean, like, how do you feel about the state of the world currently? How do you feel about the city you're living in?
it's crazy world out
Crazy
here.
hell.
Oh,
It's like zombie land when you go out there at nighttime. You see
It
the movie
is.
Zombie Land?
I have.
It's like that.
At nighttime, you see that?
People walking around like they just, lost.
and dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell no, I don't want to, no.
That's why I call them zombies out there. They
Zombie city,
you
we call
they
it.
walking around doing nothing. Be out there dancing. Be,
Taking their clothes off.
Yeah.
they be. What's the
Hell.
matter with this motherfucker right here?
Yeah. So it's like, yeah.
Be on the light rail. People be smoking down
And
there.
having sex and all kinds of stuff.
Damn.
Yeah.
And there's babies on there. I said, no, you're not going to do that. One time I told this dude, you're not going to smoke that. And you see the little baby right there.
Yeah.
Like they gonna
Back and all this.
Yeah.
He got off the train. I said, I don't give a hell, but you're not going to do that because there's a little kid right there.
Yeah. I hear a lot about the light rail. Yeah, especially.
You ever rode it lately?
I haven't rode it recently,
Oof.
but I know Justin.
Once you ride it again, you're gonna say no. This is not for
Yeah,
me.
not for me. You ain't going to get
I'm
one
getting
to get
off.
out.
I'm
No.
not getting back on it no more.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And like, if people are,
Selling drugs. And
yeah,
getting-
people are
right.
selling drugs. So if people are like in recovery, they don't feel like they can go on it because.
Cause it's right there in your face.
Yeah, right there. So.
Like, damn.
Yeah. The whole light rail situation is really.
There's
Real
not
tough
enough
one.
police to catch the ride every train. There
Yeah.
need to be so many, at one time.
Yeah. No. Yeah, well, it's hard because, like, yeah, people like you want to just, like, be able
Go
to
to
get
the store,
around.
be able to go to the store, and be able to come out, and be able to walk, down the street, be able to go to McDonald's and walk to eat, or go. We can't. Well, I'm scared to go, and sometimes I tell them, let's order, we have the money to order, stuff we order in sometimes. So pay
like
somebody to go get it for us.
Yeah.
Huh?
We order from DoorDash sometimes.
Yeah, DoorDash can
Well,
get
you have
expensive.
extra
We
money.
got extra money,
Yeah.
I gotta learn how to do the shopping online
Yeah.
from Cup Food. But we used to go in there ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to order stuff. you
Yeah.
know.
If you're used to doing it one way for, like, your entire life.
Yeah, then then you gotta do it over the phone or on the computer. Like, what do I want this? Do I want this? Do I want this?
Yeah. Yeah, COVID really changed a lot of things in that regard.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Because people walking out with stuff. And yeah, a lot of stealing. We've been there. A lot of people that got caught stealing.
Yeah. So y'all would have been living here during COVID,
Oh,
the
yeah.
pandemic?
We was here. The George Floyd riots, we was here.
We
Yeah.
lived through all that here.
Yeah.
We had to wear masks everywhere. We've been through that.
Secluded. We've been here together.
Yeah. Do you remember, like, during the George Floyd time, like, anything happening, or did you just kind of stay in the apartment, or?
I was out there.
Okay, well, there you
Me and
go.
my sister was. Me and my
Hey,
sister.
I would have been if I was down here, but
I was out
My
there.
sister was we just came back from the store, and all of a sudden you see people going, and all of a sudden you see places starting on fire. I said, "Oh shit!" Then you see people coming out of the store with clothes and everything.
yeah, sure, that was chaotic.
The windows got smashed. The holiday, everybody was inside the holiday
Yeah,
getting
holiday.
cigarettes, getting whatever the hell they wanted.
Yeah. Do you?
Liquor store got hit too.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
yeah.
People selling shoes out of the trunk across the street.
Just,
They went there, they hit Foot Locker when it was in the Midway area.
okay. Wow.
When people say, let it burn, let them people tear up their own stuff.
Yeah.
And they just tore down the whole
Yeah.
shopping center.
Wow. Yeah. What? Yeah. Do you remember how you felt during those times, or I'm sure it was all.
It was crazy. We were scared.
Yeah.
People, they just didn't give a shit.
They were just tearing things up, get hammers, and they're just bashing windows with it.
They whip up the pawn shop.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah. We're. So when you say you were out there, did you?
Steal anything?
Well, I mean, you can say that if you want, but yeah, I'm just what did you see? What did you?
People went
yeah.
crazy.
People
Yeah.
getting stuff out of the Foot Lockers, stereos. They were getting out of the pawn shops. People coming out of the pawn shops with.
With big old stack of fur coats.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like a stack, he couldn't even carry it. He had so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, washing machines and washing machines and lawnmowers and everything were back in the alley.
Okay, because people
Yeah.
were taking them.
Yeah, getting lawnmowers. You see people washing machines and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sure that was really nuts.
People had wagons full of clothes, shoes.
Yeah. I mean, I guess how did y'all feel about
Terrible
the
because
incident?
they're doing it to our community,
Yeah.
And we have to go out farther and go shopping now.
Yeah. No.
But once they
sorry.
killed George Floyd, I knew it was gonna be some mess then.
Yeah.
I just knew it. I said, they're gonna tear this damn city up.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. People were really.
Pissed?
Yeah.
In Minneapolis and here too.
Yeah. Well, and also I think. Yeah, people had sort of been in lockdown for a while. People were just
Going crazy.
really amped up. Yeah.
People going to stores getting food and stuff.
Yeah. Was that, how long did that sort of last, though?
For what, a couple of days?
Couple days, like 3 days maybe.
Okay, yeah. That's sort of, yeah, it's you know, at the time you're not really sure when it's going to end or
Exactly.
Yeah.
what's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The streets was, silent then.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody going nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you felt, Well, you talked about it a bit, but it sounds like you felt a shift in the neighborhood since then, or...
It has a lot, because you see more people out there, with the drugs, and you see a lot of that stuff that we didn't see before. You see needles on the street, you see a lot of people getting high. We never seen all this before we moved here.
It was nice when we first moved over here.
Okay. Yeah. But when we first moved here, there was like drive-by shootings every day next door to that house. It used to be a drug house. Oof. They used to be, right? It was about drive-by shooting every other day. Right?
They used to shoot at the park. People used to run down the alley. People shooting at them. I said, get down. What you getting down for?
Yeah, he used to tell me that.
Why am I getting down? I said, a bullet can come through the wall.
Yeah, see? Yeah. I didn't know that. He used to throw me down on the floor. Get down.
Get on the floor. We lay in the battle zone over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. One day this guy drove by and lucky the guns, otherwise he would have shot them 2 little babies inside there.
Oof. Yeah. Yeah, that's so...
Now it's the drugs now. Now we gotta deal with them drugs now. The zombies. Like Carlton said, the zombies.
They call them zombies.
No, that's a big... I mean...
Because they sit there and they look at you. Like, what do you want?
Well, because...
I mean, that guy that was back there digging the trash, I mean, he was just drenched in sweat. And the hair was all wild. Oh, God, I said, no, man. I said, Carlton, let me go get this man a sandwich. He can't continue digging.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of help do you think people need?
People helping them with their drugs and the mental, it's mental stability, psychiatrists, people help, direct them to the right thing, to the right treatment center, direct them to give them, like resources to go to kitchen suits or where you can go sleep or where you can go get cleaned at,
Yeah, no.
That should be the thing out there. On Facebook, on the thing, hey, this is resource so-and-so. Or go out and put them on the bus shelf. Because I seen the homeless thing there, it says on the bus shelf out there.
Yeah. No, people need a lot of support, and it's... Yeah, because I believe, I think most people don't want to be out there doing drugs and stuff, but addiction is really... Yeah,
a lot of people rather just keep their money in their pocket and waste it on drugs instead, instead of having a warm place to sleep.
Yeah, no.
Like, I think my son's one of them, because, see, my son has a warm place to sleep every day. This lady gives him $40 he would say, just to take his medicine and make the bed. He don't want none of that. He'd rather be out in the street. He'd rather be homeless and smoking weed every day. And he's got this girl, too, with him. I mean, she's homeless, too. This girl just using him, she knows when he's getting money and stuff. I think she's hooking him up to some meth more than that weed.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Because when he comes here, he just like sitting there looking at us, staring up in the wall.
Yeah.
And the only time you see her is on the 3rd, and on the 8th of the month when he's getting his stamps and the money.
Yeah. So it's like...
like I said, he likes it, I love it.
Yeah.
I can't tell you no more. Just like I told my daughter. My daughter's boyfriend ended up raping my granddaughter at 10 years old.
Oh, wow.
Had a baby with him.
Oh, boy.
She went and sold the little girl.
Oh, wow.
My daughter did. That's what I'm saying. She's mad at the wrong people. I told her, you should be mad at them, not at me. He didn't go get your daughter pregnant, my granddaughter.
Yeah.
She's mad at me because this dude, I don't know who in the hell it was, from Adam, and they were trying to have sex out there, right there where that white car, where you parked at, right there. With my 2 granddaughters in the back seat. I said, you fucking crazy?
Yeah.
I said, I bet you can't go take her to your house and have sex with her in the basement of your mom's house, right?
Yeah.
Or in front of your mom's house, right?
Yeah.
So ever since that, she never came back to my house.
Yeah. No. So that's your...
My daughter.
Okay.
My real daughter.
Okay.
Which is my granddaughter's daughter. My great-granddaughter got stolen.
Okay.
Yeah. Her boyfriend raped my granddaughter.
Oh, wow.
When she was 10 years old.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That's what I'm saying. I've been gone through the drama.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of... Yeah, that kind of stuff can really tear up a family.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I say, you should be wrong. You should be mad at him, not me. Not him. At him.
Yeah.
You know, he had a baby with your daughter, not me. You know?
Yeah. No, that's,
So yeah, that's a lot of stuff, you know. That's why I smoke a lot of weed too, a lot of, you know, and then my pain in my back too. And they don't want to give me, remember I told you guys, when I went to the doctor, they won't give me the pills because they said I test for meth and crack.
oh, yeah.
How is that?
From
When I don't, you know, from riding the train, I told them you can get second-hand smoke. That's what I was asking you guys.
yeah.
And I even looked in the Facebook, and I can even show it to the nurse and doctor. So hopefully next week they'll try to put me back on my pain pills again.
Yeah, no. That,
I said, you can test me right now, and it's going to come out clear as water. The only thing you're going to find is weed.
yeah. But,
And you know I smoke weed.
yeah. They're like, I told you that. I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I even show you the bags of weed that I used to get. I said, when I can't afford it, I said, when I don't smoke. That's when my son used to bring it to me, or he would get in and he would say, hey, here, Mom, here's a cup. You know, when I couldn't afford my medical weed, I would, you know,
Yeah.
he would bring me a joint or two.
Yeah. No, I know a lot of people who, yeah, it helps a lot with, like, back pain and...
It does in my pain to get up and motivate myself and, you know, get around. Because otherwise I would just be sitting here and I would be depressed.
Yeah.
You know, because I would hear kids play at the park, you know, and I would think about my grandkids, my granddaughters.
Yeah.
Yep, so I went through a lot of stuff with that lady, that girl. And right now she's like 40. I didn't see my daughter, she's 40, going on 42.
Wow. Yeah.
All because she's mad at me because for what I went and told her. Why are you having sex over here? Can he take you to a hotel? Or to his mother?
Yeah. Or like,
You know?
yeah, just not with the kids in the back. Like.
Okay, yeah, bring the kids in here, you know, at least,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. It's crazy how some people think or don't
Or
think.
he did. He
Yeah.
could have said, hey, you know, let's go to my mom's house, or let's go somewhere, or let's go to a hotel or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's really...
But no, he wanted right there in front of daylight. You're fucking crazy, I told him.
Yeah, no, that's really, yeah, it's really hard. So you haven't been talking to your daughter for a while?
No, I haven't seen my daughter, no.
Since then?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, it sounds like it's really hard.
Well, to me, like I said, she really wants. She don't want me to. They really don't like Carlton really to really tell the truth, because he's been here with me and all the stuff, and they said that I gave him everything, and just because he takes care of the bills and has my money card and stuff. You know, they say, no, he's gonna go do this and he's gonna go do that with your money and all that. No, not once he did nothing like that.
Yeah.
If anything, he's gonna make sure your mother's fed, your mother has a roof. If anything, that's what I told him. We're gonna have a roof together.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they don't like Carlton, that's why they don't come.
Well.
Tough shit, I said,
Yeah.
he's not here for you to like, he's my husband.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be here. You know?
It's really hard. Yeah. Well, I hope that, you know, you can find peace with that, however that ends up. But yeah, I guess...
Like I told him, I'm happy. This is the family I created, me and him and Chocolate. If you guys don't like him, don't want to be around, that's on you.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna leave him. He's been with me for 20 years by my side, through sickness and through health. He's been here.
Yeah.
Not once have you guys came to the hospital or came and see me, hey, Mom, are you okay, or anything.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's tough to...
You know, like you used to having your kids, you know, they bring their grandkids and they go to school and college, you know. I'm used to being like that, you know, seeing my, you know, like my sister's kids graduated and went. None of my kids wanted to do that. They wanted to be on the streets, follow men and dogs. And they did nothing for them.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's their life. This is mine right here, me and him and Chocolate.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
You have to build your own life.
Yes,
And
sir.
that's what I did. That's what I told him. I have to build my, and this is what I did. That's me and him and Chocolate.
Yeah. That's a good little trio right there.
Yeah, it is. And my friends that I got from outside, you know, you guys and Jay and Lori and the church. And sometimes church people come and see me too.
Yeah.
They come and see how they doing, or do we got enough to eat, or do we got a fan? My fan broke, unfortunately. I accidentally moved it and it fell and broke in half.
Oof. Yeah. Not having a fan when it gets real hot.
It does.
Yeah.
See, it makes a lot of noise.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. But
see, it's supposed to rotate, but it won't. See? See? It blows air, but it just...
So someone brought this fan?
Yeah, Jessica did.
Oh, okay.
Jessica, the people from the thing, she said that one of her co-friends had an extra fan and they brought it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, that's great. I love when people, like you said, when you gave Justin all those trains and stuff, little toy trains, it's like...
instead of just going and put them in the trash.
Yeah.
I know somebody like them, somebody will enjoy them, somebody will play with them,
Yeah.
I said, here, take this to your baby. He said, okay. I gave him some clothes for the baby. I gave him some diapers for the baby. Because there's stuff that people had given to me for my grandkids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
my granddaughters, I don't see them. They're all big now. One's 18, the other one's going to be 19. So they're all big girls.
Okay, yeah. Grown up.
And my grandson, he's 27, 28.
Wow, okay.
So he's a big boy, so I don't have no trains for him,
Yeah.
And he don't like none of that. He'd rather work on boats and houses and all that.
Yeah.
Well, go by so fast.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure Justin's kid is enjoying it. He said it.
Yeah, I told him if you can, give some people the other trains too. He said, yeah, I will. I'll share. He says, okay.
Yeah, he gave me one of them. I got a caboose. So.
Yeah, I told him, you go share, Jay, with the other people. He says, okay, I will.
Yeah. I know he actually, I think you gave him a lamp too, and oh no gosh took the lamp. He was walking by, so.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
The black one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's good. He did.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want to go set it out in the track, out there.
Yeah, no.
I told him things that we got to hear people, somebody else can use it. We can, somebody else can.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think it's, really important
to share with your community, to lift them up, not put them down. That's what I tell these guys. We're not here to put you down. If we can help, we're going to help out,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's, the more we help each other, the more we rise.
You better let me see. You better let me see that.
See what?
Your story. Let me see. Oh, okay, the story. Because he always shows me stories about people that's going around here that,
okay.
The community things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a bunch of stuff gets posted online now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I said, Jay, I'm sorry you got kicked off because of us. He said that he got kicked off because of us.
Yeah, well, that was dumb, too, because he even...
used his name or something.
Well, he said, like, if this isn't allowed, don't post it. And then they posted it and kicked him out, so...
Oh, there's a fire somewhere.
But, well, I hope they can help whoever is...
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's trying to get added back into the group.
I hope he can. He said, I told him I'm sorry, for that. I didn't mean for you to get kicked out,
Yeah, no. Well, he's totally fine with it. Cause it's just like that's what you do. You gotta support each other. But yeah, no, this has been really great. I guess to close out on a positive note. Like, what brings you joy? What fills your soul? What do you like to do?
What do we like to do, though?
Same thing we doing. Sit down, enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta get
That's it.
Yeah.
We don't do too much.
Hey, yeah. Company is very valuable.
Yeah, it is.
And
it is.
It's the simple things, really.
Yeah.
People want so many material things now. Is she talking to someone out over there? Or
Huh?
She talking to someone over
No,
there?
that's some people that's
Okay.
hanging in the back right there.
Oh, okay.
We trying to move it around because you by the back door.
Yeah.
Okay.
No worries. But, yeah, well, Carlton said you both love each other's company. It's a good
Yep.
thing. Yeah.
Well, even though we go at each other.
Of course, you know.
After
Of
20
course.
years, yeah. Sure you have your...
Sometimes we get on each other's nerves, but that's, normal.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it sounds like you really like the neighborhood, like the people.
I do, but the neighborhood got to change. It's got to go, get rid of these
Yeah.
zombies. What do you call them now?
Zombies.
Zombies.
Yeah.
Zombie land.
Yeah. Maybe there's some sort of cure out there. But yeah. I think what you said about just like helping each other out. I think
Not putting each other down. Help each other up instead of putting each other down. That's what I tell everybody down. Hey, we're not here to put you down. We're here to help you get up.
Yeah. No. That's great.
And like I told Carlton, they like to sit in the back. They smoke their weed every now and then with his friends and that, and then like I tell him one day, not want like that, somebody's gonna turn him in because he don't want to give a joint or something to somebody,
Yeah.
And like I said, he's riding back our door, right? They can come in. Explain to him too, to Carlton, that they can't run up here and arrest us because they're riding back of the door, right? They can think that we're selling.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, that's not a...
I mean, even if it's legal stuff, people gonna, because they park right there. Won't you think I have company?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm telling him. See,
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain this to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He said, "Oh, you just want my people to go." No, it's not that I want nobody to go. It's that I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gotta look out for yourself, too.
Us, that's still our backyard. Even though that's not my door, that's still your backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Because the car's parked right in front of your door. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I tried to explain this one to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he thinks I'm telling him wrong.
Yeah, I know they say it's like, you gotta put your oxygen mask on before you can, like, help other people. You gotta
Right.
look out for yourself.
See, didn't I tell you the same thing I'm telling you? He can tell you too.
Right.
That we can go to jail for them just being parked right there, even if we're not dealing or selling or anything.
Yeah.
They can look into
See?
it, so...
Told you that.
I don't know about, like, jail, but it's definitely not, it's like...
They
make
can
you
say that it's not us
suspicious
and that, but they see
get
the
eyes
car's
on you.
parked right there.
Yeah.
No,
It's
a
tough.
lot of people say we got a lot of company, but it's not us.
It's just these other people
Yeah,
making it hard for you.
because right away they start saying, "Oh, we smell marijuana or garlic or something, food cooking." That's what the landlord said. Oh, we smell marijuana or we smell food cooking or something. Well, what do you want it to smell?
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's great. This has been a really great conversation.
Thank you for coming. I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Talking to you.
Anything y'all want to leave people with, or?
No. Don't be afraid to come out and talk to your landlord. Get up and speak.
That's
There we
it.
go.
Speak,
Close
open
mouth,
your mouth.
take
If
your
you
bed.
want something, open your mouth. That's how you're going to get it. A mouth fed, don't get fed. A closed mouth don't get fed.
That's right.
There we go. I think that is a perfect place to end.